Krazykyle of Krazykyle TV. Mas pogi po kayo kay Nuni. Mas pogi po kayo kay Nuni. Mas pogi po kayo kay Nuni after...
Good morning to everyone, Sir Jaime Corpus, and to all the faculty, and to all my fellow students. The reason why I say fellow students is because para sa akin ay tayong lahat ay habang buhay na mga estudyante.
Ano po sa tingin nyo as a collector yung importance ng collecting or keeping and battling against historical revisionism?
Pag may-ari pa po siya ng lolo ko. Mga Chinese po kasi kaya...
I'm a lame, kaya buwa iyaw, tiyala ng wala. Huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi ako mag-rap. I came here for a different reason, of course. It's preservation of history. Vintage na. Are you guys 20 years and older? Oh, vintage na kayo. No, anything 20 years and above, that's the vintage. Dati, yung paper bag orange. Tapos yung drawing ni Jollibee, mas pangit pa sa drawing ng kapatid mong bata. Ganun ka pa. Research nyo. It's not every day that you see someone shaking hands with your principal, your teacher, holding a beer, no? So wag kayong mag-alala, hindi ako manginginom. But what I'm holding on my hand is a Halili beer bottle from Governor Halili. Do you guys know Governor Halili?
Sa Krazykyle TV, kayo.
Do you guys watch KMJS? Or yung mga bata hindi masyado? Do you guys watch KMJS? So, napapanood nyo ba ako sa KMJS? Ako yung pagmimulto. Pero that guy is a good friend of mine, si Ed Kaluwag. He's from Bulacan also. So, you guys should be very proud of him. He has achieved a lot in our field as well. Now, what were you collecting? Letters. That's good. Letters from friends. Letters from friends and relatives. Collecting letters, especially written on hand, on paper, on stationery, is a dying art. So it's something that you need to preserve and collect because time will come na wala ng mga letters. And yun ay magiging alaala na lamang because everything is electronic nowadays.
I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a
Hold up, wait a minute, don't throw it away. Let me check that out, it's treasures at the end of the day. Tignan muna natin, malay mo may value pa yan. Mapa TV, mapa comics, kahit ano pa yan. It's a part of history. Wag mong itapon, may magmamahal pa dyan. And good things will happen. If you keep it or you sell it or you trade it, you will feel fine. It's a real sign that you found yourself an ill find. Tick-tock by the clock, doing this real time. Titigan ng collections, a good way to kill time. Sa isang iglap, ang pakiramdam ay parang Back to the Future, Marty McFly. So we go places, iba't ibang probinsya, iba't ibang lugar, traveled all around Asia para i-preserve ang mga kayamanan na nilimot na ng panahon ating pag-aaralan. Tara na.
I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. Lumang bagay, ibigyan ng buhay. Lumang bagay, ibigyan ng buhay. I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. Lumang bagay, ibigyan ng buhay.
Krazykyle, new album, nabuhay kayang patay. Kwintas katumbas ng ayuda ng buong barangay. Death threats pagkat maraming nilibing ng buhay. Mula rapper, kolektor ako'y walang kapantay. Idol mo nagka-COVID, sabi ko give me 1 minute. I'll transfer funds, screenshot, I just need to click it. Pagkat iba ang may pinagsamahan, kalas bisagra para lagi nang bukas ang aking tahanan. Nag-withdraw sa ATM yung lola sa likod, takot na takot, kala mo hold the pen. Kaya iniwan kong resibo, nakita ni lola ang aking bank account, maglaga ng pustiso. Talon sa truck parang MacGyver, pinto binubuksan ng driver, chatted with the mayor through Viber. Top 10 riches not included, just like school, if you have too much, you're exempted.
I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. Lumang bagay, ibigyan ng buhay. Lumang bagay, ibigyan ng buhay. I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. Lumang bagay, ibigyan ng buhay.
Pinawagan ng Def Jam mala LL Cool J, asking me to sign kinda like Chicago and MJ. Birthday, lunch lahat niluto ni Chef Lau. Haters gonna hate daw but I bet they can't now. Pag kumakain sa labas laging running, dito matalikod ng upo sa entrance, lalo na pag salamin. If you wanna be the king, then act like a king. Pinagpalit ang lumang kotse sa isang anting-anting. Mga barya panay ginto, mga Marcos ang tatak di umano. Malaki MJS nga ang bagsak, mga utak talangka. Ginisa at hinimay, mayaman na feeling mahirap, kinain ko na nagkakamay. Bili ng kotse fully paid in cash, binigay ko sa asawa yung isa kay Nash. Nag-alala ang magulang na, drug lord ka ba? Pinag-aral mo kung mabuti, mawag kang magtaka, ganyan talaga kaganda.
I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. Lumang bagay, ibigyan ng buhay. Lumang bagay, ibigyan ng buhay. I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. I'm a Filipino picker. Lumang bagay, ibigyan ng buhay.
Mass production yan.
Kulang yan, 10 ito.
Ako, 10 lang pala yun. So mapapalad kayo. Nasaan yung ganun ko?
Thank you, sir. Nice to be here.
Sa tinaguriang The Filipino Picker na si Kyle Giana, ang mga kubyertos na ito.
Maraming salamat, Profesora Ria Sarmiento, sa iyong mensahe. Sa ating panauhing panggangan, ang ating sikat na historian. Kilala niyo ba ating sikat na historian? Na madalas niyo na makita sa TV, ang ating nag-iisang Professor Jaime Corpus upang ipakilala sa atin ang ating panauhing panggangan.
Na lagi sumusuporta sa mga gawain ng ating kolehiyo, Professor Ria Sarmiento. Magandang umaga po, ma'am. So ang ating pong panauhin na tagapagsalita ay nagtapos ng kanyang pag-aaral sa kolehiyo sa De La Salle University. So, Animo Lasal ang ating panauhin. Siya rin po ang itinalaga ng ating kasalukuyang DILG Secretary Benhur Abalos bilang anti-drug czar at ng City of Mandaluyong. He was declared by the History Channel as the Filipino Picker. At siya rin po ang itinalaga ng Genius Kapuso mo, Jessica Soho, bilang opisyal, no? Na nagbibigay pahayag tungkol sa mga lumang gamit. No? Ladies and gentlemen, ang nag-iisang Filipino picker, Mark Anthony Kyle Giana. Krazykyle.
Isang masigang
Good morning to everyone. Good morning to Ma'am Ria Sarmiento, Noel Domdom, and Sir Jaime Corpus, and to all the faculty, and to all my fellow students. The reason why I say fellow students is because para sa akin ay tayong lahat ay habang buhay na mga estudyante. Ako'y like Sir Jaime said kanina, gumraduate ako long time ago. Wala pang Facebook, so I'm one of the old guys now. Huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi ako mag-rap. I came here for a different reason, of course. It's preservation of history. So it's not every day that you see someone shaking hands with your principal, your teacher, holding a beer, no? So huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi ako manginginom. But what I'm holding on my hand is a Halili beer bottle. I won this in an auction. It's 36,000 pesos just for this bottle. So this is the reason why I bought this one out of all the collections that I have. Is this is from Governor Halili. Do you guys know Governor Halili? Or I think nung nagwo-waze ako kanina going here, the street or the avenue is Governor Halili, no? So most likely dun sa mga kabataan is ala-ala na lamang. So that's the main reason why we're doing this. If a lot of you guys don't know Fortunato Halili, then maybe this is the time that you reach out to your past. So itatabi ko lang to saglit, baka mabasag ko. Okay. So do you guys watch KMJS? Or yung mga bata hindi masyado? Do you guys watch KMJS? So napapanood nyo ba ako sa KMJS? Ako yung pagmimulto. Pero that guy is a good friend of mine, si Ed Kaluwag. He's from Bulacan also. So you guys should be very proud of him. He has achieved a lot in our field as well. So what is collecting? What I'll do today is a bit of Tagalog and a bit of English kasi well, for those who don't know, I just wrote a book about old vintage bottles with Maestro Jaime. That's why he said we were partners on that book that we made. And I had a hard time kasi it was pure malalim na Tagalog and I learned a lot from that book writing with Sir Jaime. I had a lot of adjustments. So what is collecting, no? Basically, if you guys remember, all of us, we collect. At some point in time, we all collected. Who here is a collector? Raise your hand. Okay, what do you collect, sir? Oh, Funko Pops, okay. So Funko Pops, more on the collectible of toys and the Funko Pop genre. So, who else said he was collecting? Sino yung kanina nandyan? Nagtaas ng kamay? Nagbago isip? What were you collecting? Letters. That's good. Letters from friends. Letters from friends and relatives and loved ones. Love life? Love letters. Okay. Well, that's good. Letters, collecting letters, especially written on hand, on paper, on stationery, is a dying art. So it's something that you need to preserve and collect because time will come na wala ng mga letters. And yun ay magiging alaala na lamang because everything is electronic nowadays. So that's good. I remember my first collection, no? My first collection was a bunch of seashells. Yung mga seashells sa beach. So I was dating this girl, no? I was dating this girl. We were just like 3 months. And then we went to a beach. And then may mga shells doon when we were sitting on the sand. Kinolek ko. I thought it was sweet. Kasi sabi ko, I'll give this to her next year during Valentine's. So sabi ko, the next Valentine's, I gave it to her together with some flowers and everything. And when she saw the seashells, sabi niya, what the hell is this? Sabi ko, that was our first date. That was one of our first times to go to the beach. And you know what happened? She was hella scared and she broke up with me. Sabi niya, she got really scared. Sabi niya, I'm not ready for this kind of commitment. This is too deep for me. And she said that, what the hell is going on? I thought we were just casually dating. So, what did I learn from that? What I learned was the message that a material thing or any collectible can bring is very, very strong. Whether positive or negative, the message that it brings, hindi lang yan basta bote, hindi lang yan basta Funko Pop, it brings a lot of emotion and it carries around a lot of power with it, no? So, I started collecting when I graduated from De La Salle University, and I worked for a company. I worked for PLDT for 8 years. First, I was a teacher. I taught English in TUP and also in Verbal Advantage. It was a call center school. And then I retired as a teacher and I went to PLDT for 8 years. When I was in PLDT, I thought I escaped from teaching na. And when I was in PLDT, I was assigned the ECT training manager. That means English Communications Training Manager for 8 years. So imagine, I was handling ganito karaming students at a time every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, another batch like this. So, teaching was also in my heart the whole time. I started collecting right after I retired. Why? The reason why I only collected after I retired because it involves a lot of money. So when you mean involving a lot of money, ito I consider as luho na. Luho. So it's not something that you buy. You only buy the collections like this, the Halili beer, the red payphones, and all the other high-end collectibles. The NBA cards, if some of the young guys here are collecting NBA cards. For me, the only time you collect those is if may sarili ka ng pera, if established ka na or nakabili ka na ng bahay, nakabili ka na ng kotse, and sa mga anak mo, nabayaran mo na lahat and everything for education and everything. And then you buy the luho. That's why I started professional collecting and got recognized after na ng lahat. But I was a collector at heart from the start. And that's why I'm here today to encourage you guys. Why? If you saw the video kanina, si Yaya Dub in Itbulaga, medyo nagalit siya sa akin eh. That was like last month nung nagkita kami. I told her na, tinanong niya ako, sabi niya, do you encourage the young people to collect? Ang sagot ko, yes ma'am, kasi the history is starting today. Yung batch namin, ina Maestro Jaime, our history started when we were young eh. And too late na hindi kami nakapagtabi. Kasi ngayon, pag gusto namin bilhin yung Halili beer, 36,000. Pero can you guess how much the Halili beer was when it was like back in the day, during the 80s, the 70s? Probably 5 piso, 10 piso. Pero ngayon, grabe na. Now, why should you guys collect? There are two kinds of values, no? The two kinds of values is monetary value and the sentimental value. So I guess yung nagko-collect dito ng letters, it's more of sentimental value, no? Not monetary. Unless baka may letter ka from Rizal or Bonifacio, it's worth millions. Monetary value is for investors. So kung as early as now, you guys are investing, then maganda na itabi nyo yung sa tingin nyong tumatak, lalo na for example dito sa city nyo, sa Bulacan. This is the book I was talking about. That's by me and Maestro Jaime. It's gonna come out very, very soon. It was 2 years in the making, no? Maestro, 2 years in the making. It was very hard kasi we had several revisions kasi of course, this is the very first book of vintage bottles in the Philippines. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat to everybody and magandang umaga sa inyo lahat.
Alright. Pwede ba lang mag-English? Hirap na hirap kami ni Ma'am Ria na mag-Tagalog para sa inyo. Pinaghandaan talaga namin dahil monetary, sentimental, at we preserve our culture. Sabi niya iba, parang basura lang. Yung Harrison Plaza, naalala ko po yun nung bata pa ako, no? Yung Harrison Plaza. So sabi niya basura, pero nung binili niya, naging pera. So nagbayad lang ng 6,000, tapos ngayon binibili ng 80,000. Dadating pa ang mahabang panahon, magiging mataas pa ang value noon. Bubuksan na natin ang palatuntunan para sa inyong mga katanungan. Pangalan, anong course and section?
Sexter Bon Quizon, galing sa BSA 1-2.
Okay, wala bang mga taga-BSA 1-2 dyan? Palakpakan naman natin siya. Diyan kayo magaling pagka mayroon ng sasagot. Sige po, ano po ang inyong tanong?
Ano po ba yung pinakamagandang i-collect ngayon sa panahon ngayon?
Ano daw po ang pinakamagandang i-collect sa panahon ngayon?
Actually, that's a very good question. Actually, na-answer ko na yun ng konti kanina, pero maganda, mas malalim ngayon. Sagutin natin. Ano pangalan mo?
Bonbon.
Bonbon.
Kakaiba ang pangalan ng Bonbon.
Bonbon Marcos. Ano yung mga magandang i-collect na yun? Very basic, guys, ha? Ano ba yung panahon na yun? The first thing na nangyayari ngayon is pandemic. So tama yung nagsabi ng face mask ka. But not every kind of face mask. So kung ngayon magkukulik ka ng face mask, ano ba yung pag nakita mong face mask in 30 years from now, lolo na kayo? Pag nakita mo yun, sasabihin mo, eto yung mismong mask na naaalala ko. So most likely yung mga, what do you call that? Yung copper mask or the N95? That mask, and yung may Chinese na pangalan eh, di ba? Yung sikat na sikat yung mura. So those are the things. If you guys don't know also, yung mga beer company and liquor companies, naglabas sila ng mga alcohol nung kinakapos tayo nung pandemic. Kapos tayo ng alcohol, tumulong ang San Miguel. Nagbigay sila ng mga alcohol kahit hindi nila yung negosyo eh. Nangailangan talaga sa mga less fortunate. Dinonate nila yun with the bottle of White Castle whiskey. So that's amazing. That's one. One is the pandemic. Anything related to the pandemic, face mask, face shield, diba? Maniwala kayo sa hindi. Yung face shield, walang maniniwala sa inyo sa mga anak nyo na sinuot nyo yun. Walang maniniwala. Walang maniniwala sa inyo. Another thing is, of course, presidency. Sino ba yung president ngayon? Bongbong Marcos. He gave out a lot of election materials nung tumatakbo pa lang siya. Even yung Lenny Robredo. It was a good battle, di ba? So, yung mga election materials nila, it will always be valued like gold in around 30 to 40 years. We'll never know, baka si Lenny din ang president someday, or Bongbong can continue, or whatever. But the campaign memorabilia, I'll give you an example, pin, mugs. Ngayon yata ang mga pinapamigay, so some candies. Face shield ni Bongbong, yeah. Mga posters. Here's the problem. Ang value ng tarpaulin poster ngayon ay magkano? Kasi ngayon, di ba, kaliwat kanan, bawat sulok ng Pilipinas, may nagpiprint ng tarpaulin eh. So pag meron akong Bongbong Marcos tarpaulin, walang value yun. Kasi kahit hindi yun kay Bongbong, parang gumawa ako sa bahay, pinaprint ko, edi meron na ako. Magkano value nun? Tarpaulin lang, hindi dahil Bongbong Marcos. Pero, back in the day, tin can eh. Lata ang ginagamit. Lata. Yung mukha ni President Marcos, Aquino, yung mga ganyan. Nasa lata. So pag nakita mo ngayon, kinakalawang. May gumagawa pa ba ng lata ngayon na mag-print? Baka wala na masyado. So now, the thing is, itago nyo pa rin yung tarpaulin ni Bongbong. Why? Kasi pag yung mga tarpaulin ay natigil. Pag ang tarpaulin companies ay nagsara dahil may innovation na bago, mas mura, at ang tarpaulin na tigil, maniwala kayo, lahat ng mga tarpaulin na tinatapon lang natin ngayon, lahat yan, sasabihin, wow, astig yan, old school yan, that's a tarpaulin. Meron ka pa palang natabing tarpaulin. Pero ngayon, di ba, parang tarpaulin is ginagawang lona lang sa sahig o sa bubong. Pero believe it or not, magkakabali yan ng malaki, especially pag natigil. And my last suggestion, anything na nag-change. Meron ba kayo naalala mga nag-change like Smart. Smart recently changed their logo from green to blue. And then yung itsura ng logo ng Smart ay nag-iba. So lahat ng mga lumang Smart logo, ang tawag na dun, collectible na. So ngayon mura pa yun.
Parang pasok na pasok yan. Okay, may ibang tanong pa ba? Guys, pagkakataon nyo na to, sa TV lang natin siya nakikita dati, hindi ba? Ngayon, pagkakataon nyo na pong magtanong, kaya magtanong po kayo. Yes.
Anong item po yung wala po kayong balak bitawan at ano pong sentimental value sa inyo? And ano pong item yung pinaka na-collect nyo ngayon? Gano'n na po kataas?
Okay. Well, for me, isa sa mga hindi nyo mapapanood sa TV sa akin kasi bawal siya ipalabas is yung mga, bawal kasi ipalabas sa TV kapag McDonald's, Jollibee, Smart, Lomi brand. Bawal yan. Hindi nyo yan mapapanood kahit kailan sa mga KMJS appearances ko. Like, this Sunday, it's very generic. It's about Christmas lang. To answer your question, isa sa mga valuable items ko na nabili ko noon ng 15,000 is, yung sinaunang Jollibee paper bag. Yung sinaunang Jollibee paper bag, gawa siya sa papel. Diba, naging plastic yun eh. Yung take-out bag, naging plastic na orange. And then we went back to the brown paper bag ngayon pag nag-take out kayo. Dati, yung paper bag orange. Tapos yung drawing ni Jollibee, mas pangit pa sa drawing ng kapatid mong bata. Ganun ka pa. Research nyo, yung Jollibee talaga, sobrang pangit ng drawing niya. At kinamay lang siya. At hindi siya digital dahil wala pang Photoshop and hindi pa siya talaga perfect. So, kinamay lang talaga ng tao, tapos ni-reproduce by reprinting it.
Okay, pogi daw siya. Sige, ano pong tanong niyo?
Ano po yung item na pinakamahal niyong nabenta?
Oh, benta. Ako kasi I'm a collector, no? I'm a collector and I rarely sell, no? I rarely sell. Pero to answer your question kung ano yung pinaka mataas kong nabenta, I think it's a Michael Jordan autograph. So, if you guys on Facebook search nyo The Filipino Picker or Kyle Giana, yung name ko, Michael Jordan autograph, makikita nyo dun yung post na yon. That was just 2 months ago. Binili ko yung Michael Jordan autograph ng 120,000. Nung binili ko yung 120K na yon, nag-YouTube vlog ako nun eh. Kasi sabi ko, wow, this is expensive. 120K perma ni Michael Jordan on a card, authenticated by Beckett in America. So, ang perma, sa isang bagay, pag may perma, hindi yan magkaka-value unless ipa-authenticate mo sa Beckett or sa PSA sa Amerika. So what you guys do, ipapadala niyo yung mga perma na yon sa PSA. Me, I paid 4,000 pesos eh. 4,000 pesos binayad ko and then bumalik sa akin. Pag bumalik sa yun from Beckett, nakakatakot kasi baka bumalik as fake. Sayang yung 4,000 mo, sayang din yung 120,000 mo. So nung bumalik sa akin as a mint 9, gidrate nila ng mint 9 dahil napakaganda daw. Perfect score is 10. So I got a mint 9. So sabi nila, and then they authenticated the autograph. Autograph is perfect 10. I was able to sell that last month sa mag-asawang matanda nila doon sa Chicago. Very expensive daw yun. Pumunta sila sa museo. Ang sweet, mag-asawa silang matanda. Binili nila yun for 190K sa akin. So I bought it 120, nabenta ko 190. I earned around 70,000. In a matter of 3 years din, matagal ko siyang hawak.
Ano po sa tingin nyo as a collector yung importance ng collecting or keeping and battling against historical revisionism? And if ever po, ano po yung item nyo na feeling nyo po ay sentimental or important sa Philippine history? Or if ever man kami po as a students, ano po sa tingin nyo po yung pwede namin po kolektahin na magkikip mismo ng history namin ngayon? Yung po, pasensya na po ang dami yung tanong.
Okay, that's a very good question. No? Very, very good question. For those who don't know, lalo na yung mga kabataan ngayon, back in the day, there was a time that it was the Marcos who was reigning here. So, ang mga collections is majority red. Mga Marcos and everything. Yung mga Marcos and Imelda autographs are skyrocketing at that time. So this is called the cycle of history. Cycle of history, the evolution. Goes back. It travels back. What goes up must come down. So same with a president who's reigning. Same with the value of a collectible. It will go up and go down. So to answer your question about the revisions, no, it's more of not a collector's job, no, pero it's something that you watch out for. As a collector, you watch out for. Kasi yung laos ngayon, like Isko Moreno, you wouldn't know. So, magtabi ka na ng mga memorabilia niya kasi you'll never know. Maybe in 12 years, tagal yun, 12 years, he might be president and all his collectibles will skyrocket at that time pa. And that's 12 years from now. Pero, since you have that memorabilia, even if this set of people, they're not okay with that person, then this set of people right here, they will still buy it. So I don't think it will really affect, but it's very important to study it so that you know what to buy. And like I said kanina doon, what is nostalgic to you and what is close to your heart, and then that's what you collect. So whatever you feel on your own study is correct, then that's what you collect. What you collect for yourself, because that's your own investment. So if your friend here right here would collect something else, then you guys have what we call a difference of opinion. It's not a battle or a war, but it's more of a difference of opinion. You invest here and I invest on this one. So, in terms of collecting, that will be my answer. Yung sa revisionism, mahaba yun, baka 3 hours yung sagot ko. Huwag na natin munang pag-usapan yan. Pero, yeah, you make your own study and what you believe, that's what you collect. That's what I think.
Salamat po. Meron pa ba tayong ibang tanong?
Tatawag po bang vintage yung isang bagay kung base lang sa akin?
Yes, vintage is normally, although they always keep on changing it, no? Pero vintage is normally, ang vintage 20 years. So, may mga 20 years, are you guys 20 years and older? Oh, vintage na kayo. No, anything 20 years and above, that's a vintage. Sorry to burst your bubble. Pero, ang antique is 100 years. So, I disagree na may mga lolo na antique dito. Wala mga teachers, principal, walang mga antique dito. Kasi antique is always 100 years above. Ang vintage ay 20 above. So, pag may nagsasabi sa inyo mga lola nyo, sabihin, antique na to. You can now correct them eh. Sabihin nyo, hindi yun antique lola unless 100 years yan. So, that's vintage lola. It's vintage.
Yung boyfriend ko kasi,
Vintage dahil.
kasi ano po, yung bagay namin sa Batangas, sobrang puno na siya ng gamit ng mga lolo niya. So hindi niya nilabro since 1900s. Sabi ko, may gamitin na yung house. Then yung bahay namin, napupuno na din po ng gamit niya. Since yung 1-year-old niya na toy buhay pa po. Ano po ba yung may advice niyo kung ano po yung dapat nang itapon? Kasi ayaw niya talaga magtapon siya. Napuno na yung bahay.
That's good. That's very good. That means that your boyfriend is either of the two, no? He's a natural collector, or he's a hoarder. Those are two things. The one is positive, the other one is negative. A hoarder would keep everything, kahit ang dumi-dumi na, sira na, nabubulok na, he would keep everything. Ayaw niya magtapon ng kahit ano, no? And more of kalat ang ginagawa niya. Pero yung collector at heart, he would always put categories. Kahit punong-puno na yan, basta kinategorize niya na ito yung category, dito yung mga TV, dito yung mga electric fan, dito yung mga toys. Pero pag kalat-kalat na yan, tas hindi niya na alam kung ano yung mga nandun, that's gonna be a hoarder. So you can help him by turning him into a collector by saying, i-organize natin. And once ma-organize natin, malalaman natin kung alin doon yung itatapon na. Halimbawa, meron siyang 5 bagay nitong item na to, 5 pala. And then yung 2 talagang bulok na. You can let go of the 2 and keep the 3.
Like yung plaka, di ba dati po yung plaka ni Andrew E. Sabi ko, ano to? Plaka? Sino mga
Plaka ni Andrew E.
Nakakaloka. Bakit ko yung mga lalo niya? Yung nagsasabi yung plaka. Sabi ko, gusto ko ganun ka na. Sabi yung plaka, sabi ko, may value yan. Pagbilinan natin.
Well, I guess that my answer would be for everyone, no? Kasi sigurado may relative kayo or at some point you visited your relative na lolo or lola at tito-tita. At some point you visited them and said, bakit ang daming gamit dito? So I wanna share with you guys na lahat yan, lahat. Sinabi niya, plaka. Sinabi ko, electric fan, TV, mga yan. Lahat yan may groups. Maniwala kayo sa hindi. Lahat yan may groups sa Facebook. So itatype nyo lang kung ano yon and sumali kayo sa group na yon. So kung madami masyadong gamit sa bahay, I believe you will join around 30 groups. May group ng LPs, yung plaka, tawag doon long playing LPs. Join the group of LPs. Mga bote, we have a group called Lumang Bote. Maniwala kayo, may grupo ng kalawang. Matatawa talaga kayo kasi mga may edad na and they collect kalawang. It's called the Kalawang Group. Talagang matatawa. Nung kinuwento ko sa mga anak ko, nagtawanan. Pero they have these old tin cans ng Star Margarine, ng Magnolia, ng everything, na 1900s. And they are really going in auctions for very high prices. It's like the Mobo horse. You guys can search in YouTube, kapuso mo Jessica Soho, Mobo horse. M-O-B-O, Mobo horse. That's mine, na-feature nila yun. Kalawang yun, nakabayo. Mobo horse. It was worth around 45,000 to 35,000 at that time kasi na-feature siya sa American Pickers as well. So yun, hanap ka lang ng mga groups sa Facebook and then since ang naramdaman ko siya is more of reklamo na. So, ibenta nyo na isa-isa kasi I think you can convert it to cash for the people who would love them in their house. So you don't want it in your house. Some people will love it in their house pero hiwa-hiwalay yan. Walang isang tao na bibilin lahat yan. So hiwa-hiwalay na tao hanggang maubos nyo and then you end up with some extra cash in your hands. Pang Jollibee nyo ng boyfriend.
Ayun, baka mag-break pa kayo, marami palang pera doon. Ayan, so maganda yung tip niya na you have to organize. Kasi kapag hindi na-organize, hoarding ang tawag, so psychological disorder na. Okay? Siguro nga hanggang alas 3 tayo para sa mga tanong nyo, ganun ba? Sir Dom, pwede pa ba? Mga ilang tanong pa? Okay. Ito muna ating technical. Baka magtampo, hindi na i-play mamaya mga tugtog. May tanong mo siya.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It's real an honor po talaga to. So, the question is, sino po at kailan po ano po yung title niyo bilang isang Filipino picker?
That's a tough question. And Maestro Jaime will be a witness to this, no? Kasi sa mundo namin,
Ito po is accounting-related questions na masasagot niyo naman po siguro. Kasi po, pinag-aaralan po namin na katulad nga po siguro yung mga collection is considered as long-term asset. Which is, hindi siya nag-depreciate and tumataas po yung value niya pagtagal ng panahon. Tanong ko lang po, kailangan po bang i-register yung mga collection niyo sa government and tinataksan din po ba nila yun?
Oh, that's a very nice question. Majority of the sellers are underground. Most of the time, small-time sellers na sometimes are doing house to house and junk shop to junk shop. So talagang ito yung mga literal na nagkakariton na natuto lang mag-Facebook. So as what I know, no, there's a limit to when you start taxing people. No, I'm just not updated kung ano yung amount. Pero these guys are earning not that high kasi they're selling one piece at a time. So yung mga collectors ngayon na mga big time, yan ang mga tinataksan. Especially if you're doing an auction and then someone won an auction for like an Amor Solo painting na sold for millions, then doon na papasok yung mga taxes ng auction house, ng seller and ng buyer, and they will figure that out. Pero in terms of mga collecting lang on an everyday basis, I'm sure na there is none. But I studied one time in a presentation of an insurance company. They were talking about the ledgers and the assets, liabilities, and they were saying na ang collections, the value keep rising up. Pero you can't put it on the ledger kasi when you sell it, hindi porket mataas yung value, mabebenta mo yan ng ganong value. Kasi majority, ito nasaktan ako eh. I thought it was attacking me. Ang sabi, ang vintage and antique collections, when you sell it, most of the time, sinesell mo ng palugi so you can sell it if you want to liquidate it right away. So most of the time, ibabagsak presyo mo. Pag halimbawa, bigla ka nangailangan. Pero pag hindi ka nangangailangan at marami kang pera at binenta mo lang, and you're willing, kagaya ako, inintay ko ng 3 years hanggang may bumili. And then may bumili after 3 years, then you're in the right field. You're in the right field. Pero kapag kailangan mo talaga i-liquidate agad, yung binili mo ngayon ng mahal, benta mo agad bukas, it's gonna be hard. So,
ako din po, isa din po ako ng collector, pero yung kina-collect po is my own masterpiece. At saka sa atin po, we all have that different parang meaning sa atin kung bakit nag-collect tayo ng mga ganitong specific na mga bagay. My question is para sa iyo po, ano po ang impact ng pag-collect ng mga iba't ibang klase ng mga bagay? Tsaka, what have you learned and discovered yourself while collecting these antique things? You know?
Okay, that's very nice. For like Maestro Jaime mentioned earlier, I'm also a musician. So I also own a furniture shop. It's called Kahoy World in Boni. So I do a lot of things. No, I have a family. I have a business, and I have this music thing. So the antiques talaga, it was just more of a hobby when it started. So to answer your question, the way I see the antiques, and this is not just for antiques, kung ano man ang nagpapasaya sa inyo, yun yung i-collect nyo. Why? Kasi, are you guys aware na when you are around 40 and older, when you get 40 years old and older, you are more prone to sickness. When I look at the collections, for example, my vintage bottle wall, I have a whole wall with over 300 bottles. So when I look at that, my stress level goes down. So my stress level, I told you I have a company called Kahoy World where we produce beds and cabinets for the condos all over Metro Manila. Ngayon, ang mga clients ko sa kama, minsan masiselan. Minsan they will curse at me. Mumurahin nila ako. This other client will get mad. Mainly because kapabayaan ng empleyado mo, hindi nila tinapos yung paint na maganda. So the problem is you get stressed. So there are people that there will come a time na umabot pa sa pagka-stroke. Pwede kang magkatodo ng sakit. Alam niyo yun, yung talagang tamaan ka ng sakit. So the way I see it is these antique collections is more of prevention, not cure. Ang cure kasi, nagkasakit ka na, so ginagamot na. So when I look at my collections, my stress level goes down. So kahit 10 pa yung client na sa other fields ko, sa music, you know, yung mga music, may mga haters ka kasi you're a celebrity. Lahat yan sama-sama, walang problem kasi I'm just looking at my collections. My stress level goes down already.
I'm Maslani from ACT 101. Sir, may tanong lang po ako bago matapos tong ang tanong ko lang po sir, ano po pwede po bang ibigay sa amin na one word na tatatak sa amin bago kami lumisan dito na kasi alam po natin na may ilang Pilipino na madaling sumuko.
One word lang
Ayan, ano daw po ang may advice nyo sa kanila? Kahit isang one word lang. Para mapatuloy ang kanilang buhay. Ang lalim ng term na lumisan. So parang yung feeling ko, parang lumisan.
Parang may background music kailangan. Okay, he's asking for one word, no? That's gonna be tough kasi just nung tinatanong niya, I already thought of 10 words Pero ang number one word na mabibigay ko sa inyo, when you ask kasi as a student, is vision. Vision is everything. Everything that has a category, it starts with a vision. You guys are too young. Don't worry too much about money. Don't worry too much about health or anything. But focus on your vision. What are your dreams? In 20 years, in 30 years, then it's up to you to make it happen. So if you have a goal, you put your mind into it and call it your vision. And then you start your mission. It's called the mission and vision.
Okay, so thank you. You have to have your vision.
Yung question ko lang po, di ba po more on buying po kayo collectible items? So, paano niyo po na-define yung mga nagbibenta sa inyo kung fake or hindi siya? As long, kaya po, kami po sa bahay po, meron po kami yung big lang po, ganong kalaki. Or ano po yun, siguro mga 70s po siya. Kasi pag may-ari pa po siya ng lolo ko, mga Chinese po kasi kaya po, paano niyo po para po as a buyer po, paano niyo po may iwasan mabentahan ng mga fake item po more on collecting lang?
Chinese. Anong name mo? Anong last name?
Chua po talaga dapat
Chua.
Pero dahil po dati po talaga dapat ko. Tapos naging chua po. Para sabi po yung lola ko, hindi po sa Philippines yung dito. Kaya po, ginawang penyas na lang po.
Okay,
Penyas po.
I believe that. Actually, yung chua and ko, if you know this, back in the day, pinag-sound nila yan ng Tagalog. Kasi back in the day, I don't know if it's an urban legend. It might be an urban legend. Di ba may mga chua tiko? Kasi pinagmukha nilang Filipino. Pero totoo, family of Chua and family of Ko. Merong Lim Tua ko, may Lim Wang ko. And then, ako, I'm a Lim. Kaya guwa iyaw, tiala ng wala. Bigla akong napa-incheck. Pero I came from the family of Lims. Pero my last name is Gianan kasi my grandfather used my grandmother's last name. Yung grandmother ko ang last name instead of Lim. So, yun lang. I forgot the question. Ang big question. The 70s na lamp, no? Paano nalalaman yung value? The declared value ng research. So you do research, and then you will know the value. But the stronger one is the last selling value. We call it comps. Comps means comparison. So you're comparing your item with this last item na nakita mo na kapareho niya sa marketplace or sa eBay or in an auction. Kagaya ng Halili Beer. The Halili Beer became 36,000 from now on. Lahat ng nagbebenta, wala nang bababa sa 36,000. Kasi that's the last selling sa auction. So yun na yung tingin ng lahat ng tao doon from now on kasi may bumili na. So two things. And the last thing is about faking, no? So the problem with lamps, kagaya nung sa inyo, is maraming reproduction. So the first thing you will do now is look at the patina. Patina means yung aging ng lamp. Makikita mo kung may kalawang na siya kasi you can't cheat that eh. Yung mga aging niya, yung mga wires na ginamit, and yung mga plugs. Yung mga marunong talaga, hindi sila basta madadaya kasi isang tingin pa lang. Etong plug na to, Ace Hardware na to ah. I mean, it can't be old. So marunong sila kahit tornilyo, makikilatis na mga marunong sa antiques.
Question ko po is, ano yung, as a collector, ano yung advantage and disadvantage niyo po?
Siguro as a collector, no, medyo broad yung question, pero ang advantages being a collector is of course yung investments. You are already collecting kasi yung mata mo, yung pag-iisip mo, advanced compared sa iba. So nag-collect ka na ng madami. So at the end of the day, after 20 years or 30 years, ikaw lang ang nakapagtabi. Believe it or not, may mga lolo at lola ngayon na lolo-lola na sila. Advanced sila noon. 1970s, advanced sila. Kaya ngayon, nilalabas na nila yung mga collections nila. Yung mga ka-age nila ngayon ay hindi nakapagtabi. So actually, Maestro Jaime is one of the better collectors kasi he has this bahay makabayan that he was able to save all the old items also and mostly Bulacan items also. Now, ang disadvantage, siguro, biggest disadvantage of a collector is space. Ang reklamo lagi ng mga asawa, kagaya nito yung girlfriend, yung boyfriend niya, nireklamo niya. Kasi my wife also, she was also complaining kasi yung house namin, mukhang man cave. Yung dining area namin, pinuno ko ng 200 masks. 200 wooden and ceramic masks. So can you imagine, nakakatakot pag kumakain ka, parang ang dami nakatingin sa'yo. Finally, 3 years ago, I got this place in Bonnie Avenue in Mandaluyong. I opened up my own museum. So when I opened my museum, you can search it on Facebook. It's called Museo ng Kahapon by Kyle Gianan. Nilipat ko lahat ng antiques ko doon. It's 4 floors. Nilipat ko lahat ng antiques ko doon.